Many years ago, I went through something really stressful, but now that I'm older and wiser, and I'm able to look back and connect the dots and see the synchronicity, the different events, experiences, and the people along the way that helped me get through that situation, I'm able to realize and see that the universe has your back no matter what. And in this situation, this story that I'm going to tell you in this video, I felt like I went through something that was really unfair, and I was really hurt. I felt betrayed. I felt abandoned. And what happened was years ago, I was living with a certain person, and this person decided to give me 2 weeks to move out. And I was living in a town that I just moved into. I didn't know anybody. I didn't grow up there. And I just recently, and this is a long time ago. I was a lot younger. I just recently started working somewhere that was paying, I think, just a little bit more than minimum wage at the time, and it was part time. So in other words, I wasn't making that much money, and I didn't have any money saved up. And literally, I just moved in with this person a couple months, maybe 2.5 months. So I was blindsided by the whole situation. I did not expect that. I don't want to get into details or anything like that, but it really isn't that big of a deal of whatever the reason that I was given to be, whatever reason I was given to be asked to move out and given 2 weeks to move out. But I'm able to look back now that I'm older and wiser. I'm able to read in between the lines, and that person just didn't like me at the time, and just wanted to hurt me. But so so in that moment, I was hurt emotionally, and I was going through a lot of financial stress, and I was given 2 weeks to find a place to live in a town where I didn't know anybody. And I didn't in that moment in my life, my true desire wasn't to move in with somebody. I was tired of moving in with different people. I wanted to find my own independence and my own freedom. So in that moment, my true desire, now that I'm able to look back, my true desire was not only to find a place to live within 2 weeks, but my own place to live. But I didn't have that much money, and I wasn't making that much money. So I had every reason not to believe that I was going to find not only a place to live, because I didn't really know anybody, but my own place to live. So what ended up happening is that when I went to work, and when you're going through a lot of stressful situations in your life, it's really hard not to show it. So people are asking, "What's going on? What's going on with you? You're really quiet today, or whatever." And so I ended up mentioning my dilemma that I was given 2 weeks to move out. Didn't really know anybody. Didn't know what to do, and didn't have that much money. And one of the coworkers that was overhearing my situation looked at me and told me that her mom and her stepdad, they have little apartments around town that they rent out that are very inexpensive. They rent very, very inexpensive. And in my case, they had a studio apartment available that they were getting, that somebody just moved out of. And she told me how much that they were asking for a month. And I looked at her and I was surprised. Yes, I can afford that if I budget my money, because remember, it was just a little bit more than minimum wage, and I was getting part-time hours. So I didn't have that much money. But I was surprised that I was actually given some sort of opportunity to find my own place to live that I could actually afford if I budget my money properly. And so, long story short, one thing led to another, and I ended up moving into this studio apartment in less than 2 weeks. It was, I think, about a week and a half, maybe a week and a half, around there. And the person that asked me to move out, that gave me the 2 weeks to move out, was so surprised that I found my own place to live in this town that I just moved into 2, 3, 4 months prior. And I realized, and I really learned a valuable lesson, that the universe has your back. So if you're going through something that you feel like is very unfair, you're going through some sort of injustice, and you just feel like you're helpless, you're never helpless. The universe will always have your back. And I noticed that because I was given 2 weeks, it wasn't my decision. I was given 2 weeks to manifest something, or to figure it out, basically. I was left to fend for myself, and I was a very young, inexperienced, and this is my first apartment ever in my life, my first place that I've ever moved into on my own, my 100% independence and freedom in my life. And it happened so quickly for me. So now that I'm older now, I'm able to look back and realize, wow, that no matter how much injustice or no matter how unfair things seem, if you need to manifest something a lot sooner than later, the universe will have your back if you allow these different events and experiences and people to help you along the way. And that's what happened. They helped me along the way very quickly. And And I ended up making more money. I ended up getting a better job. I ended up moving into a bigger apartment in a nicer place. But this was many, many years ago, previous to the apartments that I lived before. This is my very first apartment that I moved into. So I hope this story can help people out, and if they're going through something that very stressful, like they have a short amount of time that they need to figure something out, a solution to a problem, or to manifest something, or to even find a place to live within 2 weeks. Trust the universe. Let synchronicity play its role when it comes to the law of attraction. You'd be surprised how quickly you can manifest something a lot sooner than later.